Hello, everyone. Today is May 12th. It's Monday. Today's topic is thriving environment. When we when we think of plants, right amount of wind, right amount of sunlight, and also right amount of watering frequency. Those are really important factors when it comes to make our plants grow, right? So as the owner of the plant and as the leader of the plant, let's say this is a working environment. Let's say this is a living environment for plants, right? I'm using the analogy. If we are not giving our plants enough sunlight or wind or water, no matter how strong the plants are, no matter how resilient the plants are, the chances are the plants are not going to be surviving, thriving, and living longer. So this is just a simple analogy. So in the workplace, let's say if we don't have enough feedback, if we don't have enough culture, environment to openly share feedback or ask questions, or there is not enough tools, or there is not enough systems, or there is not enough trainings or workshops, then it's more of an external factors that would determine one's performance. So it's all of the managers, supervisors, and also senior upper management's responsibility to create that environment for all the people to thrive in the workplace. So it's like sunlight, it's like wind, it's like water. So those are such as tools, such as systems, such as environment, culturally speaking. Those are enough training and check-ins and systematic setup for everyone to thrive. So when I think of all the great memories with previous places, I mean my entire work span, my entire career. What I really love about the cultural aspect is it's an open, welcoming, very hospitable environment that anybody was really casually and openly talk about their lives, their personal lives, and also work life and things that is going on, fun topics. And we also have like a private dinner together after the work, and that's more of a team building session, right? So I really cherished all of those memories because that really build bond and feel sense of belonging. And I really love the environment and really those connections, those interactions matter the most and that build trust. If you build trust and strong bond, that increase productivity and that increase credibility and trust and that builds also connection and people naturally feel, oh, I feel I belong, right? Instead of you just come to the workplace at 9 and leave at 5, something like that. Instead of those robotic atmosphere, it's always good to have the mingling time, having the chit chat moment and talk about favorite foodie places. And that creates really a lot of great culture, credibility, and at the end of the day, it's people business. At the end of the day, it's you work with people. And obviously, yes, good systems and processes are really important as well for productivity and saving a lot of time for efficiency and seamless processes. Those are really all good and important. But at the end of the day, it's the people who would implement that. It's at the end of the day, it's the people who would really collaborate and make places better, right? So And those are really important. So tools, culture, check-in, trainings, those are really important. And those are all of our nourishments, right? Like we water the plants, we give them enough sunlight, we give them enough exposure to those sunlights and water frequency. It's like that regular check-in, regular training, and also training manuals really important. Is anybody can follow along with accuracy and completeness. And at the same time, I think it's really important to maximize each and everyone's strength. So the power of the team is you come together with different background, different expertise, different soft and hard skills, and you all are complementing each other. So what's the point of squeezing something out of someone who is not good at A? Rather, the approach, right approach is you as a manager and you as the head of the department obviously maximize each and every individual's strength. And because it's a teamwork, you have every good recipes and every good expertise, every good knowledge and every good soft and hard skill set people. So you organize that, you orchestrate that and find that sweet spot. And sometimes as a leader, because not it's not your role to really be liked by someone. Obviously, yes, being liked, likability, those are yes, somewhat important, but at the end of the day, the leader's role is not to be liked by someone, but if you need to push to produce results and to achieve the KPI and overachieve that and really go an extra mile. At the end of the day, the leader's role is to really, yes, position everyone for success. Even even if it means to push someone to the climbing spot, which requires growing pain, I think at the end of the day, it's the leader's role to really set them up for success with right tool, right environment, right amount of sunlight and water and everything. And that's how you know whether you have the title or not. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, throughout my whole 2 decades of working experience and career, I've gone through a lot of people from great to good to wow. So at the end of the day, it's the person's personal brand that really speaks. Let's say some people build relationship through gossips. They're going to talk bad about other people behind my back as well because that's their nature and their style to build relationship. And even though they hold the title by paper, they are not the leader figure, but it's just boss, right? Tell other people what to do, and they think they're like higher than other people, which is not really a good mindset or right mindset because they don't set other people's up for success, but for for yes, it's if it's focused on power dynamics, obviously yes, it's not really a obviously yes, authority is important, but as equally important as other factors as well. So at the end of the day, it's the leader's role to make everyone's success and grow more leaders. And if you are suppressing other people because you have title, or if you're really putting others just setting that position as failure, obviously you don't have the character. Obviously, that's not the ideal working environment that anybody can thrive. Anybody can even survive. So ask yourself, are you really bring out best in other people? Are you maximizing other people's best interest and best strength? And at the end of the day, that's how we can really celebrate other people's win and produce more leaders, which is our responsibility, which is leaders' responsibility. And yes, success is important from from the worldly point of view or a secular point of view. And the definition of success is different. So success in the world, it's, moving up, higher salary. Those are all great. I'm not saying those are bad. Those are good tools if you use those resources and the social status in a right way and just way, and you really steward that with right mindset. Yes, that's really powerful because you create that impact, you create that succession planning, and you create that rippling effect positively to neighbors, and more successful leaders will be produced. So those are all great. And at the end of the day, the success, it's what is more powerful and what is more influential and what is more impactful is, instead of success, I would say succession planning, because we are called to leave the impactful legacy and impactful value to other people and to our generations to come. So, I mean, this is the byproduct, this is the result of wilderness journey. God has taught me that all the things that we are pursuing, God actually gave me a new perspectives on success. He gave me a new perspectives on the definition of success and what it truly means, and what it really deeply means. And that comes down to meaningful impact, that comes down to meaningful atmosphere, that comes down to meaningful stewardship. So I wanted to share all of those things with you with an analogy. So if you are thriving, amazing. You have the right team, you have the right environment, you have that right culture, and that's a blessing actually. And I've been praying for that for so long. Obviously, I know God is working for each and every one of us, and everyone's timing is different and everyone's season is different. So with that being said, if you are still waiting for that season, if you're still waiting for that opportunity, that's great. But at the same time, when we reframe our perspectives and thinking that no matter where you go, no matter your social status, no matter what you have, where you are at, when you have those right mindset and perspectives and really ready to create that impact, ready to really collaborate with right people, like-minded people. And if you have the right mindset and everything, then the answer is you already have it. You own it. So you don't necessarily need to wait for the perfect timing, But when there's an opportunity, regardless of external thing, you are the leader. So you create that environment, you figure out that right temperature, right tool, right environment, right sunlight, right wind, and everything. And that automatically really creates that environment for thriving. So I think that is all that matters. And at the end of the day, those insecure people or jealousy people would always backstab you and say false rumor about you and very, very hold high standard against you. So, for example, you cover their faults and mistakes privately 10 times, let's say. But when you make one slight mistake because of lack of X and because of their verbal confirmation, which was lie, and hold you accountable for that, th I mean, you would see the true color in their character, and it's obviously it's not really ideal circumstances that you would need to face, but obviously you know what it means, true leader, transcending everything. You know what it really means to really act upon what you believe in. You know, obviously, your integrity, your authenticity, and your setting apart, regardless of the group dynamics, those are more important and far greater than what is going on. So I don't know who I am talking to, but throughout my whole career, throughout my whole experiences, I think relationship building and also having that intimate relationship through, coffee, lunch, dinner, and really chat about their each lives. I think those sharings are really important, equally important. And also lastly, be the glue holding everyone and everything together. And this is also the byproduct and end result of the wilderness journey. And one thing God has really made me realize is if there's divisive spirit, that is not coming from God. And be that bond, be that glue, be that peacemaker, be that connector. And people know. And even though you face what you're not supposed to face, God knows. So your heart and your deep down soul would know that obviously as a good citizen there's a portion you need to do, but obviously the end result and end game God knows, and God will be the one who would really reveal his greater purpose and mission. So trust in God's goodness and his great plan, and when something not turn out to be what you've expected, it's okay. As long as you did your best, as long as you have good intentions, as long as you collaborate with others, and as long as you really act as the glue and connecting everyone else, and as long as you did your work as if you're doing to God, not to mankind. So if you say yes to all, you you fulfill your mission. And sometimes you may feel like, oh, it's not been fulfilled, but maybe that was a good start. maybe that was a good rippling effect. So stay positive, stay professional, choose to choose to love still, choose to still, yeah, just to still stay positive, because at the end of the day, it's ultimately it's our decision and choices that we make no matter what. So just remain and just keep good and positive things only and move forward. And the rest, God will take care of it. The rest, God will guide you. The rest, God will lead you. So I wanted to share all of this plant-based thriving culture and thriving talk with you. And thank you so much for taking your time to connect with me. And if you like this episode, subscribe this channel and connect us on Instagram if you will, the Tio. And thank you so much once again, and God bless you. And we'll connect very shortly.